Hello, everyone. Jay MacArthur retired as Director of Bands for the Chalkahatchee High School in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, after having served as a band director in Mississippi and Florida for 34 years. MacArthur's bands were consistently recognized for their quality, including a tradition of all superior ratings and 2 state marching band championships for the Ridgeland High School Band, where he actually founded the band program and spent the next 11 years. He has served in leadership positions on state and national levels, including the executive board of the Mississippi Bandmasters Association twice. MacArthur was a charter member of the Memphis Blues Brass Band in 1980. He was a marching staff member of the 1987 Skyriders Drum and Bugle Corps and was the percussion captain, head, and program coordinator for the South Wind Drum and Bugle Corps from 1994 to 1996. His performance experiences include the University of Mississippi Wind Ensemble, the Mississippians Jazz Band, Tupelo Symphony, Mississippi Symphony Orchestra, Mississippi Symphonic Winds, and the Downbeat Jazz Orchestra. An active clinician, adjudicator, and consultant for bands and events across the country, MacArthur is a lifetime member of the Mississippi Bandmasters Association, Phi Beta Mu, the Mississippi Indoor Association, and he is especially honored by his association with the Winter Guards International Percussion Division. Jay is married to the former Amy Lewis of Quitman, Mississippi. They have 2 sons, John Thomas III and Caden Moore, who have recently run away from home to seek to conquer the world while paying for their own food and lodging. We would also like to congratulate Mr. MacArthur on his recent introduction to the Phi Beta Mu Hall of Fame. Today's selections for the White Band include Constitutional State by Eric Osterling, O Come Emmanuel, Claude T. Smith, Overture on a Hymn Tune, Johnny Benson, and Full Throttle by Robert W. Smith. Please welcome to the stage, Jay MacArthur.
Good afternoon. I think I may have gotten that right that time. It is once again my pleasure to present the Jim, Mac, and Dex Johnson Outstanding Musician Award. Just in a quick review, Jim and Mac Johnson opened a music store in 1978 that grew into a chain of music stores that served our state for a long time. And in July of 2021, they sold to Music and Arts. And Rosie Johnson and Dex Johnson, their son and daughter-in-law, decided to give an award to pay back to the state of Mississippi and to the band community and music education. And so they present Outstanding Musicianship Awards at this clinic to each band. Each clinician selects a male and female student. So it is my honor to present the White Band Awards to Hayden Sanders and Kylie Gilmer. And once again, we have the Mississippi Bandmasters drawing for the cash prize that goes along with the college vendors. And the recipient for the white band is Taylor Britt.
Taylor's taking us out to eat. Yes, in fact, we did a scavenger hunt for the band directors, and I sent out clues, email clues, put them on my Facebook post, and there were some band directors that went all throughout the city of Natchez trying to find this thing. And it was pretty fun. They would come up to me, what's the next clue? Where's it going to be at? Is it going to be here or is it there? And I didn't know that there was actually downtown Natchez, there was a tenor sax sitting in a shop in the window, and I'm just glad that they didn't try to knock the glass out and steal it. But we do have someone that found it, and it happens to be the chairperson of the white band, Elizabeth James. Come get your prize. At this time, the students in the white band would like to present Mr. MacArthur with a gift.
I don't know if you noticed or not, but it's been a pretty good weekend for me this weekend. Sorry. I've spent every minute of 61 years being connected in bands. And for most of that time, it's been connected with the bands of Mississippi. I did a 6-year, 7-year missionary tour in Florida for a little while, but we came back to Mississippi because Mississippi's home. Mississippi is a tremendous place to be associated with these folks, these folks, these folks, those folks. Man, it's hard to go anywhere and do any better. Stuff like this is incredibly special, and I encourage you to get on top of stuff like this and to support it and don't let it go away. Public education is under attack like it's never been before, and it ain't about to get better. And it's going to take people like you who decide that it's worth fighting for to save great things like this. Events like this change lives. They changed my life. I got to be a part of this 100 years ago before electricity, and it made an incredible, indelible impression upon me. And now I get the privilege of being a part of it and trying to exchange that kind of thought, that kind of feeling, and give that to a new set of folks that came together for rehearsal-wise less than 12 hours ago. And if you think about what you do at home, when they put together a concert, It don't take 2 days, does it? It takes 2 months. And these guys and gals came together and decided that they wanted to do something special. It's a unique group. All of these are unique groups that come together. They play together for a moment, and then poof, it disappears. But the impression that it makes on them is unending. And it's super important that you support it. And not just support it by being things like this, but being at home and encouraging your other parents to support their bands at home. Your kids probably tell you a lot. I don't want to see you. Don't show up. You embarrass me. Well, can I remind you that your first job is to embarrass them, right? Don't let them tell you that you're not important, because you are important. Your attention, your attendance, your, even if it's just quiet support, is incredibly important. And don't expect them to say thank you. They are not going to say thank you to your face as a rule. But what they will do is that they will thank you when they have kids of their own. And they model the behaviors that you've taught them. You make a difference, parents. Don't forget it. And don't think that you are powerless. You have the power. Ensure that the great things of your schools continue to take place. Make sure that you're part of that voice that says, no, this is what we want and this is what it should be. Great experiences like this turn out great kids that you've got. It has been a fabulous weekend for me. I've gotten to do this before, and it was fabulous. This was even better. I really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you guys for thinking of us. Daniel, this was a fabulous idea. There's that word again. I keep overusing that word. To recognize the band directors at the state and have them as clinicians here. We've got great people. Artie's concert's going to be fabulous here in a minute. There's that word again. I got to find a new word. Thank you guys for being here. And if I can close by encouraging you to hang around. I know it's a long drive home, but hang around another half an hour and hear this next group. And know that you're a part of the support group that makes stuff like this just great stuff, and it's going to keep going forever. Thank you very much. This has been a very special week.